It's GardenPalooza Day at Bauman's Farm and Garden, and I'm with another vendor, Kristen Van Hoos from Hydrangeas Plus. And Kristen, you have a beautiful selection here, but you probably have so many here.
Oh yes, it's hard to choose.
Definitely.
So there will be quite a few options here at GardenPalooza.
Excellent.
This is just a fraction of what
Excellent.
I have there today.
Excellent. So what do you have?
So I have a Serrata problem, as we all know. This is a Serrata called Tierra. It's a blue lace cap. What I love about the Serratas is that they have fall color,
Nice.
red fall color. So it's a plant for all seasons.
That
Looks
is
different.
good. Oh, definitely.
And then I have it says Platts Dwarf. It's a climber. It's I bought it as Schizophragma, but I really think it's probably Animala, but it doesn't matter. It's a beautiful plant. It's got a little bit smaller leaves than your regular climbing hydrangea and a much deeper serration in the leaf. But the white bloom is very similar, a white lace cap type bloom.
Oh, how pretty. And this one looks a little bit bigger.
Yes, now we're going to talk about a macrophylla. This is called Niedersocken. It's one of my darker blues.
Oh, pretty.
Yes, so your traditional blue hydrangeas. It doesn't have any buds quite yet, but it should bloom. One of my favorites.
Excellent.
And then over in front of you, I have Summer Frost. It is a cross between macrophylla and Serrata.
Oh.
But the fascinating thing is in the summer, the leaves start to turn yellow. So you walk by it, this time of year it's nice and green, but by summer, it's all yellow.
Interesting.
Yes.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's from Ozzie Johnson in Georgia. He developed it.
Very cool.
And I think there might even be a leaf or two that have some yellow splashes starting. We'll have to look for that.
Oh my gosh, sounds very interesting.
It is interesting. And then I have a big big blue Souvenir de Presidente and it has buds on it too. It's one that blooms on the new growth.
Oh, good.
Kind of like the all summer beauties of the world.
Oh, nice.
So it has buds as well, but big and blue.
Oh, beautiful. We love those.
Yes.
Kristen, you know, there's a lot of new gardeners out there, and just for some reminders, we're going to be taking these beautiful plants home, so what should we do?
So planting, for hydrangeas, there's some sun lovers, and then there's shade lovers, and most of the ones we love are the shade lovers. So the Serratas, the macrophyllas are going to be more shade loving, and that means morning sun, afternoon shade. The climbers, in general, can take a lot of sun. Yeah, there's a couple like the Schizophragma family, which is not as much, but the rest of them can take a good amount of sun. And then there's a couple families that are full sun loving and prefer more sun, especially around here. So that's the Arborescens family, which is the smooth leafed, and Annabelle is probably the most popular one. And then there's the Paniculatas, which are the cone shaped ones, and the Corsifolias, which are the oak leaf types. So those all can take more sun. And we'll be very clear on our labels at GardenPalooza, so people will know.
Excellent, thank you.
Yes, and so planting, it's kind of like a regular shrub. I like to plant it about even with the soil line. Make it a pretty good sized hole just so the roots don't have to work so hard to get through some of our hard clay. And amend it with some potting mix or something looser. Yes, but they've all been fertilized, at least here, so they should be fine for the year.
Excellent. Yes. Those are really good tips.
Yes, good. Yes, pruning is always a big question. So we have on our online catalog, we have lots of pictures, and I believe I have a video link on our website too for pruning, because that's the #1 question when it comes to hydrangeas.
Of course.
Hard
and then for tips, you know, we're going to buy some. We have some in our yard, and so can you give us some tips what you do this time of year?
Sure. So you can do light pruning on most of them. It kind of depends on the type of hydrangea that it is. I usually just take off the old blooms at this point if they're still on there.
Okay.
It's added some protection from freezes, so that's why it's good to leave them on if you didn't prune them in the fall.
Okay.
And then amendments and fertilizer.
Okay.
This is a great time to do that. I recommend a balanced time release fertilizer.
Okay.
We sell a 1288 that we really like and use in our own garden.
Oh, excellent.
And then if you want to do any changes to the colors, so at this time you can change the blue, get more blues with adding aluminum sulfate, or get more pinks and reds by adding garden lime.
All right. And all that information too is in your catalogs and on your website.
Yes.
Yeah, you do have such a wonderful catalog and all kinds of information. And you can talk to Kristen here at GardenPalooza because you always have questions, and you can look at all the beautiful hydrangeas that she has here for you today. Kristen, thanks so much.
Thank you.